I used to think about getting food like this from farmers markets and farms directly as inconvenient, and now I view it as and again an investment into being connected to my food source and supply. And I think I get more of that than I get out of the food itself. And again, I have the luxury to have the time to be able to go do these things. A lot of people don't, and I just want to be very clear about that. It's like getting real food from a farmer from a farmer's market for most people. They have kids, they have jobs, they have all these obligations. It can be really stressful, and it's tough to access. But if you can, and you can prioritize it over other things, I've just found that the more I get connected to my food system and what I'm eating, the more whole I feel as a human. And this is something that I'm trying to think of more recently. Instead of physical health being these parameters that we measure, thinking of like, what am I actually trying to optimize for? And I would say it's more of like a wholeness and a richness of a human experience rather than just trying to like max out some individual reductionist physical health parameter. And I feel like my reality of living as a human being is so much more enjoyable when I think about it that way and optimize for those things instead of trying to optimize for some sort of health tracker or some data or some lab test. It's all a weird subjective game that like when you actually tune into the reality of being a human, it's like connection to food system and where you're getting your food from and that transfer of energy. Like literally you eat something and it becomes you. People forget this fact. Like it sounds crazy and woo woo and all hippie and everything, but it's literally true. The thing you eat, like the only reason why you're alive and being and able to listen to this or have this conversation is because you are eating other things and you have this transfer of energy. How is that not one of the most important things to understand, like belong to that cycle? And you're going to die at some point and things are going to eat you and then other things are going to eat those things. And that's how life goes. And to be a participant in that has led to so much richness for me that's way more important than some of these obsessive things people focus on in the health space. Body composition, X, Y, or Z type of thing. It just seems silly to me when I've gone like this far and it focused on these type of things.
I'm thinking or perceiving this as, if we look at health as an art and a science, you're focused more on the art of it, the qualitative sense, less on the science and the quantitative sense, which everyone seems to be so obsessed about. Now you're focusing the lens and saying, okay, what about the connection to the food and the farmers? And I have a friend, Luke, he says, a lot of people say, shake your farmer's hand. And he's like, I'm going to go hug my farmer and I'm going to go hug the cow that I'm going to eat. Right. Where it's like, we're really going to be connected. And Dr. Bill Schindler, he also talks very eloquently about being connected. I asked him what is his favorite, what would be the healthiest meal you can eat. He didn't describe the food or the macros. He described the experience of sourcing the food, being connected with it, sitting around a table with people that you love and enjoying the process. Like that is such a different way and such a much more impactful way of perceiving the health equation. It really is super powerful.
I had optimized myself over the science bit for 10 plus years. And yeah, for sure, physically, I've felt marginally better. But to me, I kind of got on this journey because there was still so much missing. I still had a lot of emotional, mental health issues after that. It was just like the experience of that. And like even diving down that from an individual level was such like there was still something missing and something missing. And it was like an experience that at least I had as an individual that until I started participating with nature differently and like participating in the community and the food system, I'm now starting to feel the puzzle pieces lock in a little bit more and a much greater appreciation again for the richness and the wholeness of being a human rather than again trying to optimize towards this narrowly defined health as we've done in the past. And I haven't figured it out yet. So like I'm not like some realized enlightened being or anything. I think we're all figuring it out as we go. But it's
Yeah.
just I wish somebody told me 10 years ago, like, yeah, this is great to think about. Get these things boxes checked, but there's an entirely other world that you're missing here. And maybe it's just a rite of passage. You have to walk the path to do that. But uh, the things I'm optimizing more are so much different. Of like how can I be more creative? How can I be connected to my food system? How can I have a better community? How can I be better friend, husband? How can I love more? How can I feel more emotions? How can I express more emotions? How can I be more at peace? Like, no health influencer is really telling you anything that's going to lead to any of those benefits. And that's what's important to me, at least. Like, I don't know. It's those things to me are the things worth optimizing for.